Today, Roger decided to become a kite. Just as he was about to walk out the door,
Damn it! A perfect start to a terrible day!
he was instead placed in a storage room, where a little boy grabbed him and declared he'd be flying Roger as his kite.
Okay, the worst is over.
The boy took Roger to an open field and spent the whole afternoon flying him. Even as evening fell and his mother joined them, the boy mused that if the string were long enough, his kite could reach the moon. Since it was the boy's birthday, his mother smiled and said she'd make it happen. She pulled out an enormous spool of string and told him to let it fly as far as he wanted.
This is depressing. This is perfect.
The next day, Roger spotted Stan flying a helicopter overhead. He desperately waved for help, but Stan didn't notice and flew off. Turns out, the boy had tied Roger to a pole overnight, and when a security guard saw him, he snipped the string, sending Roger soaring uncontrollably into the sky. Higher and higher he went, until, impossibly, Roger found himself in outer space. Now stranded, he had no idea how to get back. Then, he spotted a satellite in the distance. Perfect. He grabbed its solar panels, planning to use them to steer himself home. His new goal, find a meteor about to crash into Earth and write it down. Just then, a meteor smacked right into him. Clinging to it, Roger adjusted its trajectory, aiming for a backyard pool. But of course, he missed, landing instead in a neighbor's yard. The impact was brutal, yet somehow, Roger stood right up, dusted himself off, and cheerfully greeted the stunned onlookers.
We're not your neighbors anymore! What she said! Please tell me you saved me a gummer.
That day, Jeff and Hayley were on a dinner date when Hayley tried asking about Jeff's recent life, except Jeff couldn't think of a single thing to share. Just then, Roger appeared beside them and declared that Hayley needed to help Jeff find a friend. After all, if Jeff had his own friend, they could split up and do their own things, giving Jeff new experiences. Under Hayley's insistence, Jeff walked into a bar and struck up a conversation with a man, only to learn the guy already had a boyfriend. Worse, the boyfriend assumed Jeff was hitting on him. Undeterred, Hayley dragged Jeff to a playground, reasoning that single dads there must be lonely and eager for companionship.
Which one's yours?
I don't have a kid, but I'd love to see more of yours if we start hanging out.
But even in prison, nobody wanted to be Jeff's friend. Hayley reassured him, effort leads to results. The moment Jeff stepped out of the car, he bumped into another man whose wife was also forcing him to socialize. Finally, a kindred spirit. They hung out like proper buddies, visiting the zoo to watch meerkats and doing all the things friends do. Jeff was convinced this man was his best friend. From then on, Jeff always had stories to share with Hayley. But then, Hayley got a text and rushed outside, trying to hide something. Turns out, Jeff's best friend was actually hired by her. The man even tried quitting, complaining,
"There's something off about Jeff. Yesterday, he asked me why humans aren't born wearing shoes. That's not a normal dumb thing to say. That's something a psychopath who's pretending to be dumb would say."
Hayley, desperate to keep the charade going, offered him a raise. Francine became obsessed with achieving the Guinness World Record for the longest fingernails, resorting to extreme measures like taking questionable medications and even purchasing specialized machines to accelerate nail growth. However, Stan found her obsession unbearable. One day, the news reported that the current Guinness record holder for longest nails had died tragically when his own nails punctured a hot air balloon during flight. Steve noticed Francine's already impressive nails and suggested she could be the next record holder. Determined, Francine dug out a massive bottle of prenatal vitamins left over from her pregnancy and likely the reason for Steve's brittle bones. Knowing they could drastically boost hair and nail growth, she began gulping them down.
Go, Mom, go! Ah!
Soon, Francine's nails grew alarmingly long. She even used them to stir food. When Steve entered the kitchen, she scooped up a sample for him to taste directly with her nail. Steve admitted it wasn't bad until he delivered bad news. The Guinness pre-selection round had been moved up, and Francine's nails weren't long enough yet. She'd have to wait another year unless she found a way to speed up the process. When Stan tried asking Francine for help with something, he was horrified to find her hooked up to a nail growth accelerator machine.
Now come to Mama in her special chair.
Overwhelmed, he quickly made excuses to leave. At the Guinness pre-selection event, contestants showcased all sorts of bizarre records. Steve asked if Francine was nervous, but she was brimming with confidence and mischief. Spotting a woman lifting weights, Francine couldn't resist pranking her.
No!
Stop laughing!
Then, officials noticed something odd, a small horn hidden in Francine's hair, likely a side effect of the vitamins. Despite this, she was officially declared the new world record holder.